Have you ever thought about how the United States uses a different kind of measuring system than most of the world? And it's really, really frustrating when you're trying to figure out something, the difference between kilograms and pounds. Yeah, that's us. That is the United States. That's me. Struggle tweets. Everything seems to be much easier if you just did it, if we had a metric system across the board. But here we are, we're not. So anyways, hello everybody, that was my pointless rant of the day. This is That Manga Dude, and today we are doing the good old-fashioned pickups video, and we're doing a little bit earlier because I have a lot to do over this upcoming weekend, and because August 2023 starts really weird, starts in the middle of the week, and my main videos usually come out on Sundays, I'd rather have this out earlier than later, so this is what we're doing today. And we got a lot to go over. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize how much I picked up in the month of July. I guess it must have been a rough week, or a rough month, because I tend to buy more manga when it's like life is a little bit harder. But yeah, I've also been reading a ton, so get excited for that reading log when I decide to upload that. It's probably going to be next week. But yeah, a lot of exciting manga. I can't wait to go over it, so let's get started right now. Alright, let's get started. We all know how this goes, and if you don't, I tend to start with manga that I picked up from companies that are either A, they are defunct, B, I just didn't pick up too many from. Yeah, so let's get started real quick. We are going to start with Udon Entertainment, and that is Kill la Kill Volume 3. Oh my goodness. Trying to find this was, I mean, I don't know. I haven't been truly searching for it. I just happened to find it for a very, very good price at a local bookstore. And now my Kill la Kill collection is complete for manga. So yeah, super cool. Happy to have it. If you don't know, I'm not like the biggest fan of Studio Triggerworks. But Kill la Kill is one that I tend to enjoy for the most part. So yeah, excited to continue reading Kill la Kill now. Alright, up next, this is Platinum Manga, which I believe is DMP's, like, other name. But I picked up the first volume of Captain Ken. This is volume 1 from Osamu Tezuka. I don't know anything about this, and I've never actually seen it before, but it looked kind of cool. Kind of excited to check it out, and see what all the hubbub's about. Alright, up next, this is from Square Enix. We have ourselves The Girl I Like Forgot Her Glasses, volume 4, by Koumei Fujichika. Yeah, so I've been really enjoying the series. I've been really liking the manga. I can't say much about the anime. I've already kind of ranted about the anime previously because it looks like something else. But yeah, the manga's been pretty enjoyable, so excited to get into this one as well. And as well, I picked up from Square Enix's Tokyo Aliens Volume 2 from Naoe. And thank goodness that I finally managed to find this volume, like, not completely destroyed. I don't know if that's been common across the board, but man, it has been very, very difficult to find this volume not completely disheveled, not having massive rips or just, like, the spine just completely destroyed, because, yeah, that's been the case around here. And this volume's been out for a couple months now, so I'm glad I finally was able to find it not messed up, and I'm excited to continue reading it, because I actually really liked the first volume. It was kind of disappointing that I wasn't able to find the second volume in good condition, but here we are. Excited to get into it now. Alright, up next, from Dark Horse, I got 2 volumes, actually, and I got Old Boys, volumes 1 and 2, from Garon Tsuchiya and Nobuaki Minagishi. Yeah, I don't know if the manga came first or if the movie came first. I don't actually know if they're even based off of one another. I'm pretty sure they are. But yeah, really excited to get this. I actually just recently got my fiance the Blu-ray version of the movie, so we're excited to watch that. We actually might see it in theaters as well, because as we were watching Asteroid City a couple days ago, they were advertising the restoration for it, so yeah, might go see it in theaters, might see it at home as well, and excited to get into the manga, I guess. Alright, up next, this is from Seven Seas. I got the next volume of Cinderella Closet. This is volume 2 from Wakana Yanai. And yeah, I liked the first volume a lot. I thought it was pretty good. I really enjoyed it for the most part. I like the visuals a lot. I do think some of the parts, some of the visuals are a little bit wonky, but maybe that gets fixed, or she continues to become a better with her art as we move on with the story, but I don't know yet. But yeah, enjoyed the first volume. Excited to get into this one. And up next, My Girlfriend's Child, Volume 2 from Mamoru Aoe. Oh my goodness, this first volume was so flippin' good, and I'm pretty sure I talked about it extensively last time, but yeah, we'll see how the series continues. I really like the first volume. If you don't know what the series is about, basically it follows these 2 high school sweethearts who are very much in love with each other until one day the girl finds out that she is now pregnant and she doesn't know what to do. So it's about their lives and how they are affected by this and what they're going to do as they continue through high school and into college. So really excited to keep getting into this one. I haven't read this one just yet, so hopefully we'll read this soon. Alright, up next for Tokyo Pop. I actually picked up volumes 2 through 4 of Pita 10 from Kogedanbo. And yeah, I don't know much about the series. My fiance is the one who said it was something, which take that as you will. I don't know what that description technically means. But yeah, excited to get into this. These are really good condition considering the age of them. So yeah, can't wait to keep can't wait to try it out. Excuse me. I almost said can't wait to keep reading. But yeah, cool to have these. Alright, into the bigger publishers that are not known as Viz Media. So, up first is Kadansha, and got quite a bit from Kadansha, actually. So, first up, I picked up Boomba, from another Osamu Tezuka work. This one has, like, this really, really cool, like, paper printing. I don't know how to, like, call this, but, like, it's, like, the rigid one, which is just really neat to see. Cool release. I don't know anything about it. I believe it's something about a horse. A horse, of course. So, yeah, when I decide to read it, I will let you know my thoughts on it. Alright, up next, I picked up the last volume of Last Gender When We Are Nameless. This is volume 3 from Rei Taki. I've talked about the series previously in my reading logs. The first 2 volumes were very, very thought-provoking, but it's like very intense in a different kind of way. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, excited to get into this one and see how the series decides to end. But yeah, really enjoyed the first 2 volumes. We'll see how it goes. Up next, we have ourselves Shaman King Flowers Volume 3 from Hiroyuki Take. I've talked about this series at length in multiple parts, including but not limited to my reading logs, and also my FVI from 3 months ago. Anyways, yeah, still enjoying this series. Haven't read this one yet. This features, I forgot her name already. This is terrible, but she is somebody's daughter, and I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't read it. But yeah, cool to see her on the cover. Alright, up next, I picked up A Condition Called Love Volume 3 from Megumi Morino. Yeah, I really enjoyed the first volume and definitely liked the second volume more than the first volume. So excited to see what happens with our favorite little couple here who are just trying it out. But yeah, they're cute, even though he's kind of crazy, but that's okay. So we'll see where Volume 3 takes us. Alright, up next, I picked up Witch Hat Atelier Volume 7, the Will Eisner Comic Industry Awards winner, also a Harvey Awards winner. I've always found like these random little like endorsements to be just really interesting. I don't know why. I just find it to be fascinating because it's like not every print is gonna have those. So it's just like, I don't know. It's like very interesting to see. So cool. You know, definitely deserves it. Kamomi Shirahama. Shirahama has written a fantastic series. I've talked about the series a lot. Witch Hat Atelier is amazing and definitely worth a read for both children and adults alike. And yeah, excited to get into this volume up next. Alright, I got myself Volume 4 of Shonen no Boy Soprano from Yuki Kamatani. Oh man, I have been loving this series. Actually, I did read Volumes 2 and 3 recently, and I will be talking about them in a reading log. But super happy to have this and check it out coming up because, yeah, like the art is just as good on the inside as it is on the outside. And yeah, really excited to talk about the series some more. Alright, up next, this is from Yen Press. I got myself Volume 3 of Shy from Bukimi Miki. This is featuring the story of a girl named Shy, or at least that's her superhero name. As every country in the world supposedly has a superhero that is meant to protect and serve. Yeah, so the Japanese representative's name is Shy, so she's like your not typical superhero because she's very quiet and doesn't really like to be like the star of the show. So yeah, it's really interesting to see how her character is growing throughout the first 2 volumes, and I'm really excited to check out the 3rd volume because she's a really interesting character. We got to see more of her in Volume 2 because actually I don't even think she showed up in Volume 1, but yeah, she's a really cool character, and yeah, there's our main character here, Shy. She's super cool. Can't wait to keep reading it. Alright, up next, I picked up the 5th volume of Bunga Banga Binga Boonga Bongo. I go happy in the jungle, I refuse to go. Volume 5 from Kafka Asagiri and Sango Harukawa. Yeah, been really enjoying this series. I had to put a pause on it because finding the volumes in order has been kind of difficult, not gonna lie. So finally found Volume 5, and I'm not gonna lie, I found out some information about his character, who he's based off of, and the joke they make about his character, I feel, is kind of done in bad taste. I don't know if that's, you know, known across the board, but yeah, definitely very interesting to read, or at least know like the context of his character and why he does the things he does. So I don't know how to feel about it now, but yeah, it's definitely like like not my favorite thing. But Bungo Stray Dogs is really interesting. It's pretty cool. All the characters are, or most of the characters are based off of like actual writers, and their abilities and stuff are based off of like their stories and things, and various other stuff. So it's kind of cool, really neat, and really excited to keep reading this series. Alright, up next, this is called The Name of the Night Volume 2 from Tama Mitsuboshi. I've talked about the first volume in a FVI and also in the reading log, and I absolutely love this series. The series is super cool. Follows a story about this girl who is currently being helped by this doctor who's trying to help her because she has this thing where if she becomes anxious, basically, she summons the night, or like this darkness that starts to consume everything around her. So it's a really interesting take on like anxiety and depression and how that affects people, and how it physically manifests for her specifically, but it's about her trying to grow and become better and trying to figure out how she can defeat this, or at least like live with it in a way where it's safe for her and for the people around her. So really enjoyed the first volume, and I'm super excited to get into the second volume as well. Alright, up next, we picked up Touring After the Apocalypse Volume 3 from Sakae Saito. So yeah, I think this has been a low-key banger that no one has talked about at all this year, or at least I haven't seen anybody talk about it, which is a shame because I've actually been really enjoying it. Even though it's like just kind of like a slice of life post-apocalyptic mystery story, the first 2 volumes were actually really interesting. It really kept me reading the entire time. Didn't really want to put it down, and really excited to go into the 3rd volume and see what's going on. Alright, up next, this is The Essence of Being a Muse, Volume 1 from Aya Fumino. I talked about this in the FVI for July, so definitely give that video a shot and see how you feel about this series. But yeah, it's cool to have this finally. This was one of the series I was actually low-key excited about when it got announced a few months ago, or whenever that was. I don't even know anymore. Time is a social construct. But yeah, just as a quick before the FBI TLDR, if you're gonna not check out the FBI or the reading log, yeah, I really liked it. You should definitely give it a shot. For the story about this girl who doesn't make it into art school, and it's about her fallout of that and how she is trying to find herself after the fact. So definitely a really interesting story. You should give it a shot. Alright, up next, I picked up Volume 3 of Hero Tales from Hiromu Arakawa, Huang Jinzhou, Ryo Yashiro, and Kusanagi. And yeah, I haven't read any of this at all. I've actually just been picking it up just so I can like read it in one go. But cool to have another Hiromu Arakawa series. I know this series is pretty old. It's got like an older like Yen Press logo that they don't really use anymore. So yeah, excited to get into this one and read it and check it out. And last but not least, from Yen Press, I picked up Words Bubble Up Like Soda Pop Volume 1 from Imo Uno? I think it's Uno. Original stories by Flying Dog, and background assistance is from Studio Kokolo. I don't know if this is supposed to be based off of the movie, or if the movie is based off of this manga, but this movie has been on my watch list for a while, ever since it really came out, and I kind of missed it, missed the train on it, but definitely gonna check out the movie, and also read this as well, and see how I feel about it, because it looks pretty good. It looks really cute. And now it's time for Silly Songs with Larry, which, if you understand that reference, I'm glad we both grew up in a Christian household. Anyways, it's time for the Viz Media section. This is the biggest section of all of my videos because Viz Media just puts out a lot of stuff. What can I say? They've been putting out a lot of stuff for a long time, and I tend to buy a mix of old and new, so let's get started. We're going to start with like the Shonen Sunday, or whatever you want to call it. The other shonen thing. You'll see what I'm talking about. Anyways, the first up is Saikano, The Last Love Song on This Little Planet, Volume 6 from Shin Takahashi. Yeah, I had been reading this series for a bit. I managed to pick up the first 5 volumes pretty fast, and then I've been on kind of like a not a lull, but I've been kind of waiting to pick up the last volume. I believe this is the second to last. Or the last. I'm pretty sure it's the second to last, so I think I have one more. But yeah, it's the story follows this girl who's basically like this like robot that is a killing machine, and she meets this guy, and yeah, they fall in love, and she's like struggling with her identity as a killing weapon, but also as a girl, and the guy is trying to figure out what's going on. So yeah, it's an interesting story. It's very weird, but I've been enjoying it when I was reading it. So yeah, definitely we'll be talking about this more when I decide to keep on reading it. Alright, up next, I picked up Flame of Recca Volume 4 from Nobuyuki Anzai. So yeah, I've been slowly but surely picking up volumes of this series because I really like the first volume. And also, this is a kind of repercussions from reading Mare or Mar. I don't know how to pronounce it. Please, someone tell me in the comments below how the heck you're supposed to say it. I know there's an anime, and I actually watched the anime, and I don't remember what they said. But yeah, Nobuyuki Anzai is the same manga behind Mare. And yeah, I've been really enjoying the first volume of Flame of Recca, and I picked up the next 3 volumes, so I probably will start reading this again soon. Alright, up next, I picked up the newest volume of Beyond Journey's End, Volume 8 from Kanehito Yamada and Tsukasa Abe. Talked about the series quite a bit, and I'm pretty sure people are tired of me saying it, but yeah, it's a very good high fantasy series. I've not read this volume just yet, but yeah, I've been really enjoying it, and I can't wait to get into it. And yeah, excited about the anime as well. I don't know if it's out yet, but I'm assuming the anime will be good as well. Up next, I picked up the first volume of Mao from Rumiko Takahashi, and the reason why I picked it up is because it was $2, I think, at a bookstore, and I was like, might as well try it out and see what's going on. I haven't read any of the new Rumiko Takahashi works, so I haven't read Renee, and I have not read Mao, but definitely going to give it a shot. I haven't been really liking Rumiko Takahashi's recent artwork. I think it's very stiff in comparison to her old stuff, and that just could be because of age, or just because of laziness. I'm assuming because of age, but yeah, let's see if Mao is any good. Up next, I picked up Volume 8 of Zom 100 Bucket List of the Dead from Haru Aso and Kotaro Takada, and a little silly story, I bought this volume twice, so I had to sell the other volume, because I am a fool and I forgot. I really should have just checked my app that I use, which is Libib, and I didn't, and here we are. So, cool. It's cool, it's fine, it's cool, it's fine. But Volume 8, can't wait to check it out. Series is really fun, and the anime is fantastic. I actually had a really good time with the first 2 volumes, so excited to keep watching it with my fiance. Alright, up next, I picked up the next volume of Black Lagoon from Rei Hiroe. I loved the first volume. It was crazy. It was non-stop action and violence, and it just was overall just a whole lot of fun. Not much else to say about it. Basically follows the story of these mercenaries just doing mercenary stuff, and it's cool. It's crazy. If you like that kind of stuff, check it out. Alright, up next, I picked up the next volume of Alice in Borderland from Haru Aso. So another Haru Aso series, but this is, yeah, a completely different series. This is the one that he also did art for way back in the day. But Alice in Borderland is super crazy. It has a very good live-action show. But yeah, this continues the story of where we're at like the middle of like one of the king battles. But yeah, volume 5 ended on a massive like cliffhanger, so I'm really excited to get into this volume and see what's going on and see what happens with our main duo. Can't wait to check it out. Alright, up next, I picked up the second volume of Boys Abyss from Ryo Minanami. An absolutely crazy, bonkers first volume. Can't wait to get into the second one to see what the heck's going on. Follows a story about this really depressed kid who just has, like, just a really crappy life, not gonna lie. And he meets this girl who works at, like, the shopping, like, this, like, shop, and figures out that she is like the leader, or she's like one of the lead singers of this idol group that him and his friend really like. And yeah, let's just say some really devious, terrible things happen, and yeah, it's crazy. So excited to see what happens in Volume 2 and where we're gonna go with the story, because I genuinely don't know what's gonna happen. Alright, up next I picked up SOS from Hinako Ashihara, and I believe I looked up like the mangaka for this, and I think it's the Sand Chronicles mangaka, but I've never seen this before, and I was like, this looks kind of neat, and it was cheap. I got it for like $5.50, so it's just kind of like a neat little pickup. Don't know how I'm gonna feel about it when I read it, but it looks nice. Can't wait to check it out. Alright, up next, from the Shoujo Beat, I am in the Shoujo Beat section / Shoujo section, because Shoujo Beat didn't form until much later than I expected. But yeah, they had like a Shoujo line, and that's what these are. So that's Banana Fish volumes 17 through 19. Let me spread them out for you. Yeah, this is the end of the series. I actually managed to pick up all the volumes. I'm super happy. I've been really enjoying the series. If you haven't been keeping up with my reading logs, I really like this series. Follows the story of Ash Lynx, my boy here who is shirtless and also throwing these flowers away, and follows his story as he is the leader of a gang in New York. And it's crazy. It's full of like noir information. Wow. It feels like a noir series, but also just like a typical crime, mystery, action, thriller, drama. It's got everything, and it does everything pretty dang well. So really excited to read the rest of this and finish it off, because Banana Fish has been super awesome to check out. Alright, up next, I picked up the... mixing up my reading logs in my normal pickups video. I picked up Volume 10 of Anonymous Noise from Ryoko Fukuyama, and spoiler alert, I did not read this yet, I'm a liar, but been really enjoying this series. I've been on pause for it for a little bit, but most likely we'll be getting back into it, because, yeah, I can't wait to see what's going on. Follows a story about this girl who has a really nice singing voice, and she was friends with this guy, and then some very unlucky circumstances, and he kind of disappears. She loses her voice in a way, and it's about her trying to get it back, and meeting another boy who helps her to sing again, and yeah, it's messy, it's crazy, but honestly it's really great, and I've been really enjoying it. I would love to hear like what the music is supposed to sound like, because it is a music based series, but yeah, it's been a really good shoujo series to check out, and I can't wait to keep reading it. Alright, up next, I picked up Voiceover, Seiyu Academy Volume 1 from Maki Minami. I actually just picked this up recently, and I know Maki Minami is the mangaka behind SA, also known as Special A, and Komomo Confissory, I think that's how you pronounce it. So I'm excited to check this out. I really like her comedy and how she writes it, so hopefully this series is just as funny. I guess it's supposed to be about voice acting, so we'll see how it goes. Alright, up next, a new release. This is Like a Butterfly Volume 1 from Sue Morishita. Yeah, this is the mangaka behind, oh my gosh, someone's going to kill me. I'm going to be very sad. Why am I forgetting? Oh my goodness, it's like a really big like shoujo series right now. Well, that's disappointing. I'll probably put it up on screen because I'm a fool and I forgot. My Secret Affection. Is that what it is? Is that what it is? No, A Sign of Affection. A Sign of Affection. There it is. I did it. Give me a high five, please. Don't make me feel bad for forgetting that series. But, yeah, this is, I believe, their first work. Or at least, like, their first other work, I guess. I don't know how to explain it. But, yeah, excited to check it out and see what all the hubbub is about. And last but not least, from the Shoujo Beat line, I picked up Kiss of the Rose Princess Volume 2 from Aya Shoto. Yeah, it looks weird. I like the art a lot, though, so I'm going to be giving this a shot soon. And now it's time for the Shonen Jump section. So, starting off, I picked up the second volume of Dark Gathering by Kenichi Kondo, a series that I feel like is not getting enough attention and really should be. It's a very solid horror series. People should definitely give it a shot. Basically follows a story of a kid who has been cursed and has the ability to see ghosts. And he is friends with this girl who's like, hey, you should come help tutor so you can make some money. And he basically starts tutoring for her cousin, I believe. And yeah, and the cousin is like also really into the dark arts and stuff like that. So yeah, it's creepy, it's weird, it's really cool, and I've been really enjoying it. I can't wait to check out Volume 2. Up next, I picked up the classic Naruto, Volume 58 from Masashi Kishimoto. Yeah, I've been on my slowly but surely building up to try and finish Naruto, at least the physical volumes. Yeah, so this is the continuation of that. Yeah, it's been cool to start collecting this again and hopefully finish it up soon. Alright, up next, this is the big chungus that I picked up. I picked up volumes 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31 of Slam Dunk by Takahiko Inoue. I had to pick these up and read this before I go watch the movie. I'm actually going to watch it this weekend, and I'm so excited to check it out. But yeah, the series has been super awesome. It's been a fantastic basketball series. It's gotten me surprisingly interested in basketball because I am notorious for being a person who does not really care for watching basketball. But man, this manga has slightly changed my mind on that. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, really, really like this series. It's super awesome. I love all of my boys of Shohoku. They are amazing, and this cover is fantastic. Just saying. Alright, up next, I picked up the newest volume of Sakamoto Days, Volume 9 from Yuto Suzuki. I actually got to pick it up early, so super cool that you guys get to see it, and I get to talk about it real quick. I haven't read it yet, but yeah, I've been just completely enjoying the series. It's been a fantastic shonen series. Probably one of the best coming out of Shonen Jump, or Weekly Shonen Jump in general. So yeah, excited to keep on reading this series. Alright, I picked up the next volume of Boruto. This is volume 17 from Masashi Kishimoto and Mikio Ikemoto. So yeah, it's the sequel to Naruto. That's all you really need to know. And well, we'll see what happens, I guess. Alright, up next, I picked up the 5th volume of Rosario plus Vampire, Rosario Vampire, Cross Vampire, I don't know what it is, by Akihisa Ikeda. Yeah, I've been rereading this series, or not rereading it, but I've been continuing to read this series, and I've actually been really enjoying it. I've actually been having a lot of fun with it. I'm not usually the biggest fan of, like, harem series, per se. I do have a couple of them here and there, but I don't, like, actively read them too often. But yeah, I've been really enjoying this one. This one's been a fun time. Follows the story of a boy who is a typical human, and he gets enrolled into a demon school, or into a monster school, that is. So he's trying to bet his best to cover for himself and not have people figure out that he is not a monster, versus everybody else who is a monster. But yeah, it's goofy, it's funny, and the action's actually pretty solid, so excited to keep on reading it. Alright, up next, I picked up the next volume that I needed of Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible from Nene Yukimori. This is volume 8. I'm pretty sure this series just recently ended, which is a shame, so we'll see what happens. This has been one of my most improved series recently that I've mentioned, where I thought the first volume was fine, wasn't really my thing, but then, like, as they've kept releasing, I've been really enjoying it more. I think we just needed time to ruminate with the characters and watch them grow and stuff like that, so it's been super cool. I can't wait to keep reading it. Alright, up next, I picked up the banger Dandadan Volume 4 by Yukinobu Tatsu, featuring the absolutely ridiculous cow being absorbed. Let me see if I can find it real quick, because it is hilarious. It is such a great little, like, part of this, like, volume. Where is it? Where is the cow? Show me the cow. Where is the cow? Oh, wait for it. Oh, there he is. Yeah! Best double spread of all time. Cow being absorbed by the UFO. Yeah, this series is crazy, if you couldn't tell. If you don't know what's going on, neither do I. It's fine. It's been a fun time. Can't wait to check this out. Alright, up next, I picked up the next 2 volumes of Twin Star Exorcism needed. This is volumes 21 and 22. Love to see the first volume cover being redone with our adult characters. We love to see it. We love to see it. Yeah, can't wait to see where the story goes. Or at least as we continue into it, because I'm getting pretty close to getting caught up, and yeah, that's going to be really weird to catch up, not going to lie. But yeah, I'm really enjoying the series, talk about it a lot, so I'm not going to talk about it more. But yeah, cool. Alright, second to last, I picked up the first omnibus. I was going to say the first thing. The first omnibus of Kuroko's Basketball, Volumes 1 and 2 by Tadatoshi Fujimaki. Yeah, I've been holding off on the series for a long time. 1, because it's super flippin' long, and 2, like I mentioned before, I wasn't the biggest fan of basketball, but after reading Slam Dunk, which I know is more of a realistic series, I'm kind of interested to see how this series is. So we'll see how I feel about it. I know it's a lot more like Prince of Tennis than it is like Slam Dunk in terms of like this sports series. So we'll see how I feel about it. But yeah, excited to finally get into it now. And last but not least, I had to put this one last because I'm just super excited to finally get it. But I finally got the last volume of Yu Yu Hakusho from Yoshihiro Togashi. This is volume 19. We've done it. We're over. It's done. I can't wait to finish this series. Like I've mentioned, I don't know if actually I've ever mentioned before, but weird thing about Yu Yu Hakusho is that I actually started reading it during the Dark Tournament while I was printing in the Shonen Jump magazine, and then I've read it all the way to the end. But I never read the first section of it. So I've been reading the first section recently-ish over the past couple years. And yeah, I'm going to continue reading, probably catch up to where I was, and then obviously reread what I've read. Super excited to get it, and super excited to finally have this last volume. And that is going to be it for this pickups video. My throat is so parched, I'm like struggling to speak right now. Anyways, what did you pick up in July of 2023? Let me know in the comments below. I'd like to know what you guys are picking up. I have started a list, and I've gotten very close to picking up 2 series that people have mentioned before, like Ancient Magus Bride and ID Invaded. I will most likely be picking those up. I just need to find them in good condition and give the first volumes a shot and see how I feel about them, and then see if I want to collect them. But yeah, thank you guys for your suggestions. I really appreciate it. And you know what to do. You can like, you can comment, you can subscribe. Those are all super duper things. I really appreciate it. We're getting closer and closer to 2,000 subscribers, which is weird to say. Or actually, no, I'm not. Wait, no, just kidding. Not close to 2,000 subscribers. Sorry, close to 1,300 subscribers. I don't know where I'm getting my math. I think it's because I saw 7 somewhere in my subscriber count, which I believe is like 1.27, I believe. So ignore what I just said, but we're getting very, very close to 1,300 subscribers, so really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. I might be able to get a paycheck from good old-fashioned YouTube after like 6 months. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. It's been super fun making this kind of content. I love talking about manga. As you can see, I've been doing it for over a year now. You guys are all awesome. I really love your support. And if you decided to not subscribe or like or comment, then thanks for watching. You watched for a very long time. Appreciate it. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.